a second part to. I'm calling it organizing, but you know, I'm basically just getting rid of a lot of comics I don't really care for or need anymore. So, yeah. Looks like this box is going to be mostly Avengers. Oh, never mind. It starts off with Savage Avengers #1. I believe this is the first series. I know there were two of them. Pretty sure this is the first one because I remember Conan and Punisher were on it, which I thought was kind of cool. Only got the first issue, and that was after the fact. And then it goes to Sabretooth, which I know I read all 5 issues, but issue #3 not in the box for some reason. Oh, and then here's I actually picked this one up when it was coming out. Only bought the first 2, I think, 3. Yeah, first 2, and then didn't go anywhere from there. Um, uh, oh, Scarlet Witch. I remember this was like a key because it was like the first appearance of Darcy, I think her name was. And then there was like a Secret Invasion thing, which I mean, is what this series is. There are 5 issues. Yeah, 5 issues to this series. Really nothing interesting happened in this. But I will say though, this definitely the best cover out of all of them. Yeah. Not a bad series, but you know, don't really remember anything about it. Well, looks like we got 2 people on. How are you doing, guys? Oh, yeah. This was actually a couple books I bought for $1. It's called Self Storage. Uh, they only had the first 2 issues on these dollar bins, and I was kind of like, oh, that looks kind of interesting, very zombie-esque. Very interesting series, I will admit. Uh, and then the Sins of Sinister stuff, really enjoyed that series quite a bit, especially this cover. This gorgeous cover. Yeah, really enjoyed that. Same thing with this one. I'm missing exactly 1 book, so I don't know if I just forgot about it, but yeah, this is basically everything about that. Such an interesting series, especially the Nightcrawlers one. I really enjoy the Nightcrawler stuff. Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants, all 3 of that. Sinister War, my gosh, I forgot about that. Been a while since I've read this, but this was interesting. Very interesting story. And then the entirety of Siege, which I always meant to read, but never got around to. But you know, all 4 issues of that right there. I think I paid like $20 for it, which I didn't think was too bad at the time. Random Spectacular Spider-Man book, issue 185. Just him and 2 frogmen, which I always wanted to get 2 different frogmen just so I can recreate that. That was the Gwenverse, issues 1 through 5. Yeah, I remember that one. Shadow's Clone. That was another good one. You see, I never got into Spider-Gwen, but I always picked up, you know, the stuff like her mini-series. Yeah, and then here's issues 1 through 4 of her mini-series, Spider-Gwen Smash. Really enjoy this issue #1. That was gorgeous. But yeah. Oh. And then I think I'm missing, yeah, Spider-Man Life Story. Issue 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm only missing 5 and 6, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, this one I remember quite vividly because, yeah, first appearance of the Black Goblin, which I think that was his only appearance. And then the one singular annual for the life story for, you know, Spider-Man, which this came out like way after the series, and it mostly revolved around J. Jonah Jameson. The Free Comic Book Day, Spider-Man and Venom. Never read this. Don't think there's really anything super important about it, so I'm not really gonna care about it too much. Okay, I was excited when I found this one, I know. I may have paid a little much for it, and it is at least in a nasty bag and board, but I mean, this is issue #1 of Spider-Man done by Todd McFarlane. Yeah, really cool. And then the Spider-Man series that introduced at least one of my favorite modern Marvel characters, Spider-Boy. Gosh. Yeah, this is issues #1 through 11 of that. really enjoy that series, and it also introduces one of my favorite characters. Now this one though, I can't say I remember. Oh, this is the annual, the one with Wolverine on it. Uh, that was a pretty decent series. The Spider-Man 2 Gamerverse book. This was like very hard to find for a while for me. But you know, the comic shop I work at had it. Uh, and then Spider-Man India, which basically just introduces his new costume, aka the one that's in the movie. So, and then it goes to Spider-Man Deadpool, nothing super crazy. Issue 3 and 8, yeah. And this is something I never knew I had two of for the longest time. But issue number 1 of Spider-Man 2099, yeah. One of them's definitely a pretty beat up copy, and then this one's the newer one. I remember getting this one with the double Frogman book. Yeah. Do I need two of this? Probably not, but you know, I love Spider-Man 2099 and this first issue of his solo series. Then I just have a random issue number 27, and then it goes to Spider-Man Exodus, which weird, and then just like Spider-Man 2099 hasn't had like a consistent series in forever, man. Oh, and then the Spider-Punk series. I genuinely can't remember if this is like his first solo series. I think it might be. It's done by Ziegler, which I think Ziegler did a couple things that I've read. Don't remember what though. Squadron Supreme #1 by, I'm not actually so sure who did this, but I remember being so excited seeing this because, you know, the Squadron Supreme was such a big, you know, thing in, you know, there's dog hair on that. The Avengers Assemble cartoon, which so cool that they brought those guys in. And then Jed McKay's Strange series, which all 10 issues? Yeah, 10. Really enjoy this series. One of my favorite things. Very good story. Basically, Clea is trying to, you know, resurrect Doctor Strange, which I think is pretty cool. And I mean, the covers on these two were just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. And this made me really want to get the Clea Marvel Legend, but I never found it in person. I still do want it, but you know, that's just kind of off on the side for now. And then Rebirth, Suicide Squad, issues 1 through 6. I'm also a big Suicide Squad fan, so that's partially why I picked that up. And then I know I have issue 1 and 2, but not the previous Suicide Squad series, but whichever one came out in like 2022, I want to say. Issue 3 through 15? Yeah, 15. My bad, 2021. The 2021 series of, you know, Suicide Squad, which I remember enjoying it so much, man. And then the last whole stack I have, Superior Spider-Man #1, which one of the greatest storylines ever. And then it just instantly cuts to issue number 31, the final issue of, you know, Ultimate Spider-Man, or not Ultimate Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man, which, you know, I did have the idea to, you know, complete this at some point, just never got around to it, which is weird because one of my favorite versions of Spider-Man, and then the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, really enjoyed this series quite a bit. I read the first, 3 issues of this, which very fun series. Really enjoyed it quite a bit. I believe those were also $1 when I got them. And then one of my favorite characters that I found, the first appearance of King Shark, and then the first full appearance of King Shark, which weirdly enough, not that valuable of a book, which baffles me. And then the miscellaneous Superboy series they did not too long ago, which I remember enjoying this quite a bit. It was a fun little series. Yeah, I think I'll still keep it. So nothing really taken out of this box other than the Secret Invasion stuff, and a free comic book day Spider-Man Venom. So, yeah. So definitely a lot of decent stuff in that box anyway. And I am going to be trying to at least get through the six boxes I have. This was just number 1 of 6. Now on to box number 2. And this isn't me going through my entire collection just to show it. It's just more, I have way too many books, and I'm trying to, get rid of a lot of them, So that's kind of what this is doing, and, kind of keeps me accountable just because, if I, videotape it or something, I can at least be like, oh, okay, I did have that, but I got rid of it just so I don't, buy it anymore. Death of the Venomverse. Lot of love for this series. Really enjoyed that quite a bit. Issues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the variant edition. Yo, what's up, Toast? How are you doing? And then I remember buying this one specifically because it was I keep forgetting his name. Pork Rind, something like that. A very, very low grade copy of issue number 89 of the Defenders. I don't remember who this was the death of, but I just mostly picked it up because I was kind of like, oh, that kind of looks cool. Yeah, definitely one I can live without. And then the different Defenders series by Al Ewing. Bit of a unique team to it because it had Red She-Hulk. I don't remember what her new name was in this series, but that. Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, classic Defenders. Yeah, and this was a series I was very tempted about. Read the first issue, was in love with it, and then never picked up anything else after that. This is issue number 1 of Defenders Beyond, but nothing I really remember or need. I don't think I even read this Defender series either. But I think this kind of tied in with, like, Immortal Hulk. But, it's nothing I really need anymore. Oh, and then one of the best comic book things in recent years, Devil's Reign, man. Issues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Issue number 5 having the best cover, by the way. And then 6. Like, such a good series, man. Really fun with it. And then it goes to Devil's Reign Spider-Man, which is not Peter, it is Ben Reilly. Which I think that was only a 1 issue. I assume anyway. And then Superior 4, basically, Doc Ock with different multiversal versions of himself, which, let me just say, really badass, man. Really enjoyed that. And there's better look at all 4 of them. The Ghost Rider one was definitely my favorite out of the, Superior 4. And, yeah, it was only 3 issues. And then Villains for Hire, another good series during Devil's Reign. Took me forever to finish it, though. Because I remember reading the first issue, being like, oh, that's so good, and then just buying the issues and then just never going anywhere from that. Gosh. And then when they did, like, all that, Edge of the Spider-Verse stuff, because this is, like, 3 different series in my hand right now. Like, first appearance of Spider-Rex, first appearance of the new Spider-UK, a couple books fell. First appearance of, Spider-Cat, the Spider-Woman, Black Cat. First Sun Spider. And then this one I remember being so excited about. It's the first Web Weaver, the guy in the yellow right here. And then the first Kraven the Hunter Spider-Man. That was just so cool to me, man. Yeah. First appearance of Spider Killer, which, unique character. Don't remember his name. Oh, Sky Spider. First Sky Spider. Basically, like... Basically, Spider-Man's parents got cursed, and then the mom gave birth to him and they were going to kill him as soon as he was born, but then he got, shipped off to the woods or some shit. First appearance of Spider Smasher, or second appearance, something like that. This is basically, I forgot what her name is, but Miles' baby sister, that's who this is. Cool. First appearance of Dream Spider. Don't remember anything about her. I only read these once and put them in here. Not the worst thing ever, just truthfully kind of a lot. First appearance of Spooky Man, and one of the other badass versions of Spider-Man, Weapon 8. And then here's kind of a better look at, Spooky Man. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Gosh, let me just say, they have too many, Edge of Spider-Verse tie-ins, man. It's ridiculous. And then Empire, which, I never got to, read it because they sold out of the issues, but yeah. Got issue 2 and 3 of that. Don't really care to read it at all. There's Extreme Carnage number 1, or Extreme Carnage Alpha #1 of 8. Never read this either. Don't really, care to either, if I'm honest. Extreme Venomverse, basically, how they had Edge of Spider-Verse and stuff like that. That was kind of what this was. Which, fun series, I remember. This was a very good series. Jonathan Hickman, I believe. Was this Hickman? Yeah, this is Hickman. The Death of Johnny Storm, man. Great issue. Really, really good issue. And this one was polybagged, which I never knew about. My favorite issue of Fantastic Four, issue 605, basically kind of goes into the life of the Thing, after, how old he'll live, and, it was actually one of my first videos on TikTok, if I remember. Future Foundation #1. I think I read this, but, I'm a big fan of Jonathan Hickman, so, I'm picking that up. I'm also into the Fantastic Four quite a bit, so there's issue #1 of the annual for Fantastic Four, when they're in the red suits, which I always like the red suits, very interesting. Issue 606 of Hickman's Fantastic Four. Issue 548 by McDuffie. And this is the funeral. It says Funeral of the Invisible Woman. Not so sure what that was. I don't remember that one. But I know I picked these up in a Fantastic Four lot on eBay. This one too, because this was just when Human Torch died, I believe. This is issue 588. Yeah, one of the most tragic events in comics at the time. And I really did like Dan Slott's version of Fantastic Four. Never got to read all of it. I jumped in kind of late. But I found a issue #5, and then it skips all the way to 33, which I like. I love the covers on these, man. So cool. And then from 33, I go to 36, 37, until the series ends. And then I believe the final issue, which was 43, 44, 45. Oh, no, my bad. 46. Yeah, issue 46 was the last issue of Dan Slott's run. First appearance of Reed Richards' sister. Yeah, I don't know why they decided to do that. And, oh, my bad, issue 40. Okay, it went on for a couple more issues, my bad. 48. Okay, 48 looks like it's the last one, at least in here. Civil War: The Fallen. I remember picking this up specifically because Immortal Hulk. So cool. Fallen Friend. Most bullshit thing Marvel Comics did. I hated that so much. But I didn't hate these. I was so happy when I saw these coming out. The Alex Ross black and white variant covers. There's issue #1. I don't remember which series this is specifically. But there's number 2, number 3, which I loved this one. The Thing cover, just phenomenal, man. And then issue number 4, one of the best Johnny Storm covers, in my opinion. He looks so charismatic and douchey. And then I know this series kind of got popular once, the Fantastic Four movie got announced. Fantastic Four Life Story. This is issues 1 through 6, which, let me just say, issue number 3, the one that definitely hurt the most, if I'm honest, man. Like, so emotional for me. New Fantastic Four, issue number 1 by Peter David. Never read this one after issue number 1. Don't really remember it, if I'm honest, so, like, and I'm mostly just, pulling out the stuff that I don't really want to keep. This one I picked up because I was just kind of like, what the fuck is happening in this book? That's issue 292 of Fantastic Four, and as you can see, there's the Mustache Man right front and center. I remember buying that. Oh, God. And then this was like the last issue of Fallen Sun that I needed to complete this specific run. Issue number 3. Fallen Sun, one of my favorite comic series of all time. It basically goes through like the 5 stages of depression with different characters. It goes through Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hawkeye, who was technically dead at the time. He, comes back to life in his issue. Wolverine, the Avengers. I don't remember if I said the Avengers. Because Wolverine, Hawkeye, Spider-Man, Avengers, Iron Man. Yeah, goes through those 5. And then Fear Itself, Spider-Man. This is kind of a cool one. Or at least to me it was cool. It's issue 3 of 3, but basically it's when the Thing gets, that evil hammer. This is Spider-Man versus him. This is like the last issue of that. Really cool scene I remember very fondly. I picked this one up just because it's a Wolverine book. Fear Itself, Wolverine, number 2 of 3. Fear Itself, book 2. I also always wanted to read the entirety of Fear Itself because I had like 3 of the issues. Frontline, issue number 2. I thought this was, when Spider-Man first reveals his secret identity. I was wrong. That was the main story, but nothing I can say I really need in my collection. I remember buying this one for $1. This is the first appearance of a character called Galacta. Like, this is a very, very beat up mid to low grade issue. I did read through it, but I mean, with the fact that Marvel Rivals made her popular, like, I mean, she's, like, even in a low grade, that book's probably quite expensive. And this was kind of something that went along with the Immortal Hulk. I know I read like 1 or 2 of the issues and stopped, but Gamma Flight. Oh, God. I remember picking this one up. Like, I just thought this was like the most badass Ghost Rider cover like ever. Yeah. I don't even remember what book this is, man. Because normally when I pick up Ghost Rider books, it's mostly for the cover. This is Ghost Rider number 1. From... What year are you from? Gosh, why don't they have the date in the front anymore? That's so stupid. The Benjamin Percy run. So I already had issue number 1 of this series. This is just a variant cover for it from BigTimeCollectibles.com. Yeah, but badass cover, man. Super, super badass. And then one of my favorite Ghost Riders ever, Robbie Reyes. This is kind of... like, I thought this was issue number 3 to his main run. I was wrong. And, you know, I only want to collect, like, his main series. So, I can get rid of that one. This one, this is just a cool cover. Like, Ghost Rider covers are always so cool to me, man. This is issue number 7 of the Way Run at Daniel Way. And then there's issue number 9 to that exact same series. And then, oh, okay, here we go. Issue number 1 of Percy's, you know, Ghost Rider series, which I got to get the Robbie Reyes cover, and I believe this is Peach Momoko's cover. I think I picked up her covers for the Ghost Rider series because, I mean, especially issue number 2, man, my god. Like, this issue number 2 cover was just the most gorgeous thing ever, man. Like, if I ever meet Peach, I would love her to sign this. Like, this is just exactly entails everything that Ghost Rider is, man. Like, my god. And then they did the Stormbreaker version of her book. It makes no sense why they did that, but, I mean, you know, still a badass looking cover, man. Like, Peach Momoko, goddamn, like, she can draw Ghost Rider anytime she wants, man. Yeah, issue number 4. And then that's where I kind of stopped because that's just where I stopped, if I'm honest. And then picks up at number 17 when John Romita Sr. Passed away. This is part of the Weapons of Vengeance storyline, which is the first appearance of Halvorine. Well, the previous issue for the Wolverine series was the first appearance. And then, you know, just a couple other things with that. This is the Alpha? Yeah. Basically, like, you know, the big tie-in part or whatever the fuck. And then the Omega. And then there's... I mostly just got this just because I was like, oh, that's a really cool Ghost Rider Moon Knight cover. That's the only reason why I got it. And then there's Ghost Rider Final Vengeance. Also done by Percy. I don't remember what this one was. Oh, God of War. Man. God of War Fallen God. I remember picking this up at a show at my local mall, which the mall really dead. So, I mean, not surprising that, you know, they were renting out the middle area. This is issues 1 through 5 of Gold Goblin, which, not a terrible series, but, you know, it did kind of wiggle its way in my dead, decrepit heart, so I was kind of like, oh, yeah. And then, issue number 15 of Bendis' run on Guardians of the Galaxy. I got this in a mystery lot. Read it, thought it was cool, but I don't really read Guardians of the Galaxy. And then this is Infinity Quest Part 1 by Dugan, also Guardians of the Galaxy. Don't really remember this one either. I think that was when Ant-Man was on the team. And then this one I do remember quite fondly. Mostly because it was basically like, you know, Western. Yeehaw, cowpoke. That was stupid. I apologize. But issue number 1 through 10, I believe. Yeah, of Lansing. Lansing? I think I'm pronouncing that right. Decent series. Basically goes into Groot space, which is basically, you know, kind of like what happened because Groot kind of went a little cuckoo bananas. But yeah. Issue number 3, the only variant cover I ever picked up for this series, other than whichever one had Doctor Doom for the Alex Ross covers, which that one's actually hanging on my wall right now. Issue number 5 was also a variant. I forgot about that. God, this is a gorgeous cover, though. I don't know who did this, but gorgeous, gorgeous cover. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nothing super exciting. I remember having fun reading it, so. Gwenom versus Carnage. Bit of a, I don't know, kind of. I don't remember reading this. I think this is when I was, buying up the Walmart comic book packs, and I was just kind of like, oh, okay. And I do have issue number one to this series. It's just more the fact that I bought the variant cover when they were doing the Alex Ross and was Green Goblin, and read it, fell in love with it. Hallows Eve. This is issue 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the annual, which this is also her first miniseries, and she appeared in the Amazing Spider-Man run by, gosh, it was before Zeb Wells took over. I know. I can't think of his name. Who had it before Zeb Wells? Because Zeb Wells kind of was, like, nothing against the man, but, his Spider-Man run, not my favorite. The one before it, where they introduced Chasm and everything, pretty good. And then here is Kelly Thompson's Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. This was such a good series, man. I do want to complete this at some point, just because it was so cool. And I'm pretty sure this is a first print, but I'm not so sure. I know this book kind of skyrocketed a little bit after the show, and I found it for like all first 5 issues for like $5. And then these were part of a series that I started and never finished, Hawkeye Freefall, which I remember enjoying it quite fondly when I first read it. And also because I live in Iowa, of course I have to love it. And Toast, I don't know if you're still here or not, but Heroes Reborn, the entirety of this series, and I do mean the entirety, because there's issue number 1, the issue number 2 that we actually talked about, where he, basically killed Galactus, Ultron, and the Hulk. One of my favorite series, and I don't know if they made a graphic of it or not, but I remember enjoying it quite a bit. Oh, and something else. The covers actually do go together, in case you didn't know that. Like, don't know if you can see that super well, but yeah, like, let me kind of go up here, but you can kind of see where they connect, which I thought that was super, super cool. Yeah, Jason Aaron did this. This was during Jason Aaron's Avenger run, which I loved that run so much. And then there's number 5. I don't know if this has everything. Now I think about it. Yeah, okay. Issue number 6. Again, gorgeous cover. 2 things really stand out on this cover to me: the color and the shape. Sorry. And then this was cool. Like, for the last issue, just that. Because this was kind of a... How do I explain this? Basically, Blade was the only one that remembered anything before the universe kind of got reset into basically these guys, the Squadron, becoming, in charge. And then, while they're basically in charge, the only person that remembers is Blade. And Blade was part of the Avengers at the time. So Blade was like, okay, I need to get the Avengers together. He gathered as many of them that were, still kicking as possible, which Thor, he found Captain America in the ice. Starbrand, this bitch, I can't think of her name, Echo, and Black Panther, who really cool, was Ronin in this series. So that was awesome. Yeah. But that basically finishes off box number 2. And yeah, if any of you guys that are here have any questions, just, feel free to ask. Yeah, just because from what it seems like, all I have left after I get done with, these short boxes, I have 1 small short box left, and then my 2 long boxes, which I'm going to be trying to get rid of as much as I can. Like, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that I, can't really get rid of. Oh, okay, and this one actually continues off from the last one. Missed a couple. God damn. Okay, there we go. But yeah, and all of these side stories were very fun to read too. There is Young Squadron. I remember enjoying that one quite a bit. This one looks retro, but it's actually uh, basically, Green Goblin was Nighthawk's enemy, and this is kind of, you know, copying Death of Gwen Stacy. Uh, as you can see, that is Falcon, which very very cool, really really cool. And then Night Gwen, which she tries becoming Nighthawk's sidekick. Oh gosh, this one I remember having an excessive amount of fun reading. Uh, Siege Society, basically Black Widow, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch with the powers of Quicksilver plus her normal powers, Sabretooth, Fire Ant, like Hawkeye's just down there. Like this was like these were such interesting stories, man. Magneto and the Mutant Force. This was a good one. Peter Parker Shutterbug. Another cool story. Hyperion and the Imperial Guard. This is basically, like if you've ever heard of Superboy, this is basically Superboy. Plus Tale of the Starjammers. Gosh, this was such a good series when it came out, man. American Knights. Really, really enjoyed this one as well. Basically, someone's been doing atrocities and, Luke Cage, who's a detective, has to figure it out. Which, I mean, if you guys want to get inspiration for, like, what-if stories, I could not recommend this any more than I can. And then Weapon X and Final Flight. Another cool one. And then this one was actually the, like, most badass team that they did for this entire series. They have Cloak, the Wasp, Crossbones, who's right there in that big mech, Elektra, and Punisher, dude. Like, my god. Like, I really need to reread all of this series, man. Like, it was so good. First appearance of the UFOs. Yeah. Yeah, pretty weird key, but, I was like, funny. And then the first appearance of the Soviet super soldiers. Another cool one. Which I remember buying this one. And then really cool looking Hulk cover. Like, I love the Hulk covers, man. Always so good. And then a 1 in 10 variant for the Hulk number 11. The Wolverine caveman drawing one. Hulk versus Iron Man. Oops. This was part of Original Sin. It was alright. Nothing I can say I really want anymore. First appearance of Compound Hulk. Another cool one. Hulk number 377. Really badass looking cover. I want to say this is like the first appearance of Smart Hulk. I might be wrong though. Jeff Loeb, Hulk number 3. This is like early appearance of Red Hulk, I know. Which I didn't know that when I bought it. I was more like, oh, that looks like a sick book because I like A-Bomb. A-Bomb's one of my favorite characters. Oh my gosh, guys, Hulk 180. Yeah, this is a reprint of 180, which, I was very curious about, how Wolverine got introduced, so I was like, oh, they made reprints of these, why not get them? And I did also get 181, what's the word? Lenticular foil, which really cool, too. Which, I got this one, actually saved for me in my local comic shop because, this was when my uncle, basically gave me my Hulk 181, and that came out, and I was like, oh, that's convenient. And my boss was like, I put the shiny one aside for you because, your uncle just gave you it. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. Thank you. And then there's issue 1 through 13, I believe. yeah, 1 through 13 of Hulk by Ryan Ottley, Donny Cates, which, this, I don't care what people say about this run, I really enjoyed it. Like, the Ryan Ottley covers, man, like, Ryan Ottley, just great artist in general. And then, you know, him doing the Hulk, like, I mean, like that, man. Like, I mean, he even did Wolverine on one of the covers. Like, that's so badass, dude. Like, genuinely. And I mean, that's just a cool cover. And this is a series I know I went out of the way just to get, you know, the mains of. Like, so good, man. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Hulk, that was a fun issue. And then the Banner of War story that was going on with this. This kind of went in between Thor and Hulk, which that was kind of a weird one. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it too much. Yeah, I don't think this was. Yeah, this wasn't Ottley. This was Johnson. And then it goes back to Ottley on the main cover. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I think this was only like 10 or 13 issues, or 12 or 13, 14 issues. Another cool cover. This one. And then the final one, Titan, which Titan was kind of like Hulk's Hulk, kind of. Which this was, I think this was like the final issue of the series before the current series. Because I believe it was this one, and then, because it was just kind of like a placeholder until the next one. Yes, that's what it was. To be concluded. Oh, there was actually, oh, it's at least 14 issues, which, don't know where issue 14 went then. Because, you know, from what it seems like, one through everything else is there. And then one of my pride and joys of my collection, my Immortal Hulk collection, issue number 3. Oh, okay. I definitely will. What was that? Yeah. You know, since I'm just going to throw them away, you want them sour? Nothing too crazy in there. First Conquest, first Thaddeus, first Thrag, first Anissa, first issue 110 with the whole thing. Like, you know, all just garbage. All garbage. Issue number 8, the first appearance of Damien Darkblood, just ugh. Yeah. Anyway, issue number 3 of Immortal Hulk, so good. I remember, like, Immortal Hulk was like the most hardest thing to find, and I think I'm only missing like a handful of issues from it. Issue number 9, because I know I have issue number 1 somewhere. 46. Like, I also went out of the way for the mains of these books too. Like, Harpy, that's her name. Like, the Alex Ross covers, man, like, I love these so much, man. 49. Or 48, I mean. Issue number 49 was always just one that really stood out to me. Like, I mean, all of these covers just really stood out to me, but, you know. And then issue 50, the final issue of the run, which was basically fucking huge as shit. I mean, look how thick this is. God damn. And then just a miscellaneous, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Not bonus issue, but more like side story. Immortal Hulk, Time of Monsters. And then it goes into the Totally Awesome Hulk, which I mostly picked this up because I have issue number 1. Really enjoyed reading it, and you know, just start picking up from there. Same thing with this Iron Man series by Cantwell. I had issue number 1. Didn't read it for the longest time, And then I started and I found issue number 2. Never found anything else up until issue number 18. And then I bought issue number 18, 19, 20, and 21. Yeah, haven't read anything past issue number 2. I've been trying to find issue number 3 for the longest time, but never had any luck. Iron Man 244. Pretty... This is actually a pretty clean copy. What the fuck? Issue number 99 of Iron Man, which I remember picking this up just because I was like, oh, that's a really sick looking cover. Iron Man The End. This is one I mostly picked up because I wanted to read it. Never read it and then just put it in a box. Oh, shit. That's where that went. Here's issue number 14 of Hulk. It just kind of got pushed behind Iron Man somehow. Yeah, so far, nothing that I'm getting rid of in this box, really. Infinity War. This was such a good series, man. Really enjoyed this quite a bit. Jackpot, issue number 1. Don't need it. Judgment Day. I never cared for this event at all, so I didn't even read it, if I'm honest. The Juggernaut series, like, that was an interesting one. You know, and anything with Kang in it too, man. Like, they never make any Kang series, and when they do, they always slap, like, you know, Chris Rock. Issue 105 for that. Timeless, issue number 1. Like, and also the covers you can do with Kang, man. Like, my god. So cool. Oh, Loki number 1. This is from, like, his 4-issue miniseries, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, and this is, you know, all 4 issues of that, which I remember enjoying it quite a bit, and I never really liked the main covers on them. But, you know, issue number 2, gorgeous. Issue number 3, and they didn't make any variants for issue 4, which has Bullseye on it. Which, I don't know why the fuck Loki was going up against Bullseye. That never made sense to me. Maestro Warren Pax, issue number 5. Don't. And then Maestro World War M, which is more continuation for Maestro. Maestro being one of my favorite versions of Hulk. That went to issue number 5. Marvel Eye of the Camera. I just thought this was kind of an interesting thing. Marvel Legacy number 1. This is a variant cover. Something else I never read. Marvel Premiere, featuring the Jack of Hearts. I really, like, this is the thing. I got into Jack of Hearts because of a, Marvel Zombies book. I think it was called Marvel Zombies Supreme. Yeah, Marvel Zombies Supreme. And, you know, he just kind of stuck with me, and I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. Yeah, oh, because you demanded it, he blasted into solo action. I know it's backwards, but, you know. So, is this like his first solo series, then? Marvel voices the Avengers. Robbie Reyes cover. Love it. Marvel Zombies, the book Angels, Demons, and Various Monstrosities. I don't think this was even, like, actually, like, a Marvel Zombies book. I think this just had, like, miscellaneous bits of everything on it. And they couldn't even fucking line it up perfectly. Like, if you look at that, like, Hyperion's, like, lower half is right here, and there's his upper half. Yeah, and this was just mostly just like an actual book, which kind of stupid. So I'm gonna get rid of that, just cause, like, I'm a big Marvel Zombies fan, but, you know, don't really care for that. Jonathan Hickman, I think this is like a 4th, 5th print, something like this, of issue number 1 of Marvel Zombies. One of my favorite series of all time. And, like, I remember seeing that cover, this cover, this one, which I actually do have the actual book of, This is a variant edition, though. Issue number 4, which copying X-Men number 1. So sweet. This was always one of my favorites, too. Loved this cover. Loved, 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 loved. And then the entirety of Marvel Zombies 2, which is kind of a continuation from that. Which, so sick, man. I was so happy when these came into my comic shop. Just because Marvel Zombies is my favorite thing ever. Like, I know there's a picture of me on Facebook reading this specific series that my stepdad took that I had as, like, my background on Facebook for the longest time. Oh, God. And this one, too, man. Like, god damn, that's gorgeous. Like, Marvel Zombies, one of the greatest things, especially the first two, like, series, Marvel Zombies and Marvel Zombies 2, specifically because of the fact that Robert Kirkman, the guy who did Invincible and The Walking Dead, did it, which I didn't even know that was the same guy that did The Walking Dead. So I was genuinely ecstatic when I found that. And by found it, I mean some guy literally came in, was selling like all his comic books from when he was in the military. And that was literally everything. Yeah, I know, man. I know. The Marvel Zombie, like, even the new, like, stuff that came out after that, kind of, Like, the ones that really stand out to me the most are Marvel Zombies 1, 2, Return. I've read one issue of Marvel Zombies Supreme. That one kind of stood out to me because it's zombie versions of the Squadron Supreme. Marvel Zombies from like 2021. That one was kind of interesting. I mean, kind of stupid at the same time, just because they did some very weird things that I didn't really like too much. One issue of Marvel Zombies 4. Oh gosh, like, and I don't know how much you read, like, zombie-wise, Sour, but you know, Marvel Zombies, Black, White, and Blood. I recommend that. It's such a good story, man. And then I do have a variant edition to issue number 1 for that series. Number 2, oh yeah, this is a series I'm thinking of. Like, issue number 2 to this series was so good, man. It mostly revolves around Daredevil, which, it was so cool, man. He's basically in like a fight ring. Just so badass. Issue number 3, this is a variant with Luke, Widow, and Hawkeye. So cool. Number 4? Yeah, number 4. Which, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the Hulk in the thing, but I genuinely can't tell. They are just nasty looking. Yep. Which, fun fact about me, my first ever comic series that I ever picked up in graphic novel form was Marvel Zombies when I was like 12 or 13. And then Jed McKay's Mary Jane and Black Cat series. Issues, well, you know, just one singular issue, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which, I love Jed McKay's writing, but this series, not fantastic. Midnight Suns, this kind of mostly went around with the video game. I didn't really care for it. I think I only picked up issue number 1. God. And another series that they just made so many dumbass, like, different series for, and that's Miguel O'Hara Spider-Man. Like, this one kind of introduced, like, you know, 2099 versions of monsters. This one was the Zombie Man, which, cool, I guess. This one introduced Dracula, which is the same fucking Dracula, just in the future, at 100th Legacy issue. So this is issue number 100 of Spider-Man 2099. And it introduces a werewolf. Issue number 4, which I really enjoyed this one, Terror Inc. Yeah, Terror Inc. Never heard of him before. Very interesting. And then Man-Thing 2099, because we all need that future Man-Thing waving in our face. So ridiculous. So ridiculous. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna say this right now. This is a good Clone Saga, man. This is how you do Clone Saga right. And this is Ahmed's version, or Ahmed's Miles Morales series. This is the series before the current run. Yeah. I started collecting at, the Clone Saga, so that's issues 25 to 42, and I never read Miles Morales before this. But so good, man. Like, nothing super crazy. Introduces a character that's actually still hanging around. I don't remember his name. But basically, it's like Miles Morales, just goopy and muscular. I can't think of his name. I want to say his name is Goop or something, but I'm probably wrong. Yeah. But, and then they introduced a new outfit for Miles, which, I mean, I didn't think it was too bad. I didn't hate it, but then they made a Marvel Legend of it, and it looked like ass. Now, like, I mean, this is a very, at least to me, this kind of definitely makes me think Miles, but I don't like the hoodie part. The hoodie part sucks. Like, I mean, his new outfit that he has now, made of vibranium, so good, man. I think, now that I think about it, his name is Slurp. Or something like that. Basically, that big guy right there. Just a second, guys. Yeah, and then something very unique that this series did was basically shoot Miles into the future. Just before they ended the series, which I don't know if this came out before or after that one book I showed, but this is the first appearance, I think, or of like older Billy. That's her name. And then Old Man Genki. And then Celine? Because that's Miles backwards. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know if that's how the name is pronounced. That's how I kind of understood it. And then you just see that. Just evil Miles about to slit Peter Parker's throat. Like, this Ahmed series, so good, man. And then I know he did the, like, previous Daredevil series before Stephanie Phillips took up on it. Yeah, and because I love that series so much, I decided to keep up with it. And I did kind of go a little crazy with issue number 1. I bought 3 separate issues, mostly for the variant covers. Issue number 1, which love that cover so much. Ziegler, decent writing from what I remember. I did stop at issue number 22. I know because I was trying to, cut back on my books, and Miles was kind of like one I was kind of like iffy on. There's issue number 2, and then I really enjoyed this one, which, do I really need 3 issues of number 1? Probably not, but whatever. Yeah, it's fine. And then there's issue number 2, which I have 2 of number 2, but I mean, I kind of had to get this one just because, he's homaging Spider-Man number 1. And then there's that one. And then issue number 3, which I think either this one or issue number 2 was the first appearance of Rabble. Rabble. Cool series, though. And don't know if you were here for it, but I did pull out the Heroes Reborn stuff. It was very good. Yeah, such a good series, man. Heroes Reborn. And Miles Morales, I am kind of debating on getting back into. Just because it does seem like, oh gosh. And this one feels mostly empty already, so I don't know what's in here. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, so most of this, like at least these books I'm about to pull out, I mostly and I shouldn't even say mostly, I only got them specifically because they were Alex Ross covers. But there's the Shazam one, the Hawk Man and Woman cover. Ah, gosh, itchy. The Spectre cover, Mr. Terrific, which that's a gorgeous Mr. Terrific cover. Uh, Green Lantern Alan Scott, Jay Garrett, Our Man, and I don't remember his name. I can't think of it at the moment. But only reason why I picked these up was for the Alex Ross covers, which I'm an Alex Ross fan, but at the same time, I don't really care for, Justice Society of America, so just gonna get rid of those. Uh, well, speaking of that, I did pick up this specific series for it, issue number 1, 2, and 3, and I remember enjoying it. I just never continued it, but I don't fully care about it to finish it. And I got this one just because I'm a huge fan of like the Harley Quinn cartoon. So I got this. Never read it, but I do want to at some point. I know, which probably won't be forever. Harley Quinn #1. This is the 30th anniversary variant cover, which the actress for Harley Quinn is sadly no longer with us, so that sucks quite a bit. But still a beautiful cover. Green Arrow Rebirth reprint #1. Never read this. Don't know why I really bought it. Oh, this one I remember. Grim Knight #1. I remember this one. This one's so cool. Green Lantern #49, the iconic cover. Picked this up for like $1. I know it says $4.50 right there, but it was in a dollar bin. I remember pulling it out of a dollar bin. And then miscellaneous Green Lantern Black Stars cover, which I don't read Green Lantern, so I don't really care for that. Green Lantern New 52, which I remember I picked this up specifically because I heard this was like a decent first appearance of something. So, I'm probably not going to keep that. I might though, but whatever. And then up next is Future State, because I was really into Future State, but I didn't even read all of it. And fully honest, I don't think I really want to finish reading it. Like, this was a cool cover, I remember. That was sick. Wonder Woman Future State #1. Oh, Batman Offworld's in here. That's where that series went. Yeah. So I think I'll just get rid of like the Future State stuff just because I don't really need that anymore. It's not a huge event that I can say really needs to be kept. Batman Offworld #4. Titans #10. My mistake. I think this kind of got the same. Yeah, this kind of got the same treatment as that one box where I just read it and then just put it away because I was sorting my DC and Marvel books at the time. So, John Constantine Hellblazer in America #4. This is an interesting series. Only went to 11 issues. Never finished it. Superman, the current run by Williamson. Yeah, there's issue #1. Issue #2, 3, 4, 5, which #5's cover always tripped me out. 6, which only variant I picked up for this series. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The annual, yeah, 2023 annual, which that's a gorgeous cover, man. 13, which not too far off from where I left off. And then roughly around this time is when I started picking up Action Comics as well. John Constantine, Dead in America #1. Really good story. I don't remember who wrote this though. Simon Spurrier. Spurrier. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I've read everything except the last issue. Issue number 1. Chip Zdarsky's Batman number 147. Zdarsky did a good run on Batman. Genuinely, the series went on way too long, though. Like, they're still even doing issues for it now. It's like 160 something. Even though they've already restarted the Batman title, which makes no sense to me. Got a little drip on my foot. Action Comics number 1066. Which, why is there just a random Batman book in there then? Oh, okay. Superman number 14. Hellblazer Dead in America number 5. Titans number 11. Dead in America number 2. Batman versus Batman. Oh, this is that run. Okay, this is the failsafe storyline then. Before they had Absolute Power, I think it was called. Green Lantern Green Arrow number 1. I really enjoyed this series. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. That's such a stupid thing. I hate it so much. Goes to 8. Skips to number 11. Then 12, 13. Oh, that's where that went. Lobo number 2 and 3. I know I found issue number 4 in one of my boxes. Death in the Family, Robin Lives. I know I bought this because I was like, oh, hell yeah, I love that, character. Batman 149, Titans 12, which this was a beautiful looking cover. Number 6, 15 of, or number 6 of Hellblazer, 15 of Superman, Action 1066, again, which I really just enjoyed him uppercutting Brainiac. Then just randomly Venomverse Reborn number 1, Deadweights number 4, Pooh and Bambi number 3, Blood Hunters number 3, and then What If Venom, the Moon Knight cover. Yeah. And fully honest, I could probably actually take everything out of this, just because it's not really much in here. And then just kind of put it to the side and just put it in a more empty box. And then I can put the stuff I want to get rid of in there. Which I am going to do right now. The Lobo stuff, though. I was trying to find these. Couldn't find them at all. So, yay. And I did mostly get rid of, a lot of DC stuff, I think. Yeah, a lot of DC. Over half of it's DC. And I do have some more stuff over here that I took out from the last stream that I don't really want or need anymore. And I actually do have a comic box right behind me, too, so I might get to that one. Yeah. After this. Okay, what's in this box? And this is a Deadpool box, but I don't know if that's what specifically in here. I remember picking this one up. Superman and the Authority, number 1 through 4. I thought this was just such a good story, man. It really is. Mostly because I really enjoyed the Authority. Comic, or movie, Or Spider-Man versus the Elite, that's what that was. So, that one, definitely going to keep. What's this? Oh, yeah, this was just a newspaper thing that they gave out for the death of Superman. I remember buying that. And then the entire run of Superman, Son of Kal-El. Great series, man. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. And this was also before I think this was the first appearance of Superboy's boyfriend. 6, 7, 8. And then randomly, because it kind of tied in to that, storyline. issue number 89 of Nightwing, and then, you know, goes to issue number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And there was one cover I remember that just kind of made me feel a little uncomfortable. 16, annual for 2021. Oh, it's issue number 17, which I don't know why they had to do this and why show the super nipples. Like, it made no sense to me. Wait. Oh, okay. Oh, and then another one I really enjoyed, Task Force Z, which I know nobody really liked, you know, the series, but, you know, I really enjoyed it quite a bit. And then it cuts to Titans Academy, which, another one I was really enjoying at the time, but do I really... on one hand, I feel like I should keep it just because I do like the Teen Titans quite a bit. This one, though, I need a new one of, because this one got water damaged. So, I'll just put that in the box. And then it goes to old Teen Titans. This is issue number 3. First appearance of the Fearsome Five. I remember I got this for like $2, $3, something like that. Really cool Teen Titans cover. Issue number 11. Don't know what's happening here. Truthfully, never read this series. Oh, Terra joins the Teen Titans. And then end of an era. And then it cuts to Titans number 1, which I really enjoyed these specific covers. There's the Nightwing one, and then there's the Starfire one. Forgot the name for a second. Oh, okay, and this kind of, you know, cuts into a handful of different things. So, just gonna pull out this and go through it like that. So, Thanos Death Notes, number 1. This was only like a one-off issue. Thanos Rising, issue number 2. It's the only issue I have of this series, so. Thor, number 364. First appearance of Throg. Hilarious. And then, I was really jealous that I was kind of behind on the Donny Cates run of Thor. So I did kind of pick these up because they were kind of key issues at the time. That's issue number 3 of Thor. I guess this is like the what's it called? Blah, 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 of something Black Winter. Cameo appearance of Black Winter, and then the first full Black Winter. And $25 book, $15 book. These books are not worth that right now. So I did kind of waste my money on that, but, you know, whatever. Herald of None. This is when Thor kills Galactus. Number 9. 15. And then I think from... Okay, I think I started reading because of Banner of War. But here's issue number 23, which I remember picking that one up secondhand. But anyway, 25, 26, 27, which Venom showed up in this one, which very weird team up. 28, 29, wait. Yeah, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, which one of these is like the first appearance of like the Death Gauntlet, I know, so that was kind of cool, from what little I remember. And then, you know, the annual. Oh, and then this leads into Immortal Thor, which never finished Immortal Thor. I've read up until like 17, I want to say, and then I quit. And I do apologize if you can only see like half my face. Yeah. yeah, no excuse, just, And then from my personal favorite run of Thunderbolts, uh, the 2013 Way run. There's number 1, which I was so happy when I found that. Number 7, 10, 11, 12, and 13, which this cover is so cool. And then, a little more current Thunderbolts-wise, the complete mini-series by Zub, issues 1 through 5, with Hawkeye, Power Man, I don't remember what that little dude's name is, Egro, which, kind of weird how he joined the team, because he was like a monster they were fighting. And then a couple issues of Ultimate Power. I really enjoyed this series. 7 and 9. I know I have 1 through 6. I don't have 8, though. I'm still trying to find number 8. But gorgeous looking covers on anything Ultimate Universe-wise, man. And then one of the greatest superhero stories of all time, in my opinion, Ultimate Spider-Man, and that's basically what is left in this box. So there's number 11. Whoops. 12. Which, I know there's a variant of this one that's like a couple $100 for some fucking reason. Number 13. Skips all the way to 44. 49. 63. This one's actually a pretty fun issue because it kind of has to do. This actually happened in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon where Wolverine and Spider-Man switch minds. So that's what happens in this issue. So there's 67, 68, 69, which I know I got these from my comic shop because they had like a little booth at the mall when they were having like a comic show at the mall. This is before I, started working there, and I didn't realize that, that was them. Issue number 70. So pretty cool. 60 or 71, I mean. 72. 73. 74. The big 75th issue. Like, paying $3 for something from the early 2000s, that makes sense to me. Just anything after that, not so much. 76, 77. Which, amazing run. I remember quite fondly. And hopefully I have enough room to at least put some of this in here. At least this. And then the miscellaneous issues, because I'm going to try to keep all the Superman stuff together. There's that. Hellblazer, number 1, which doesn't make sense how that ended up like halfway in the middle. Same thing with number 4. Batman still doesn't make sense. Titans, Hellblazer, Batman. Okay, which I'll put Batman next to Batman. Hellblazer. I'll keep the Lobo books out just because, I don't have the full, 4-issue miniseries of that. Along with, because I bought doubles of, issue number 1, at, my dollar comic thing that I went to, a couple months ago at this point. And then just the miscellaneous issues that somehow ended up in this box. Yeah. Which, this is just me kind of, like I've mentioned more than once, I'm just cleaning out every single comic thing I have. And so far I'm at half a box for today, so kind of slacking. Because I do want to get at least a full box done. And I do have one more box right behind me, right here. which I've been using as kind of like a table for almost a year. And this one seems kind of interesting too. Oh, this is just a continuation of Ultimate Spider-Man. Uh, there we go. Issue 86. 89, which beautiful Silver Sable cover. I remember picking this one up just because it's Morbin Time, 95. And I do want to collect everything Marvel Universe or Ultimate Marvel related, just because one of my favorites, Ultimatum, or March on Ultimatum, Ultimate Fantastic Four, Ultimate X-Men issue number 1, and there were 2 of these. This is part 2 of it, which doesn't make sense, but. And this one, I was so happy when I found this. As mentioned, I am a huge Marvel Zombies fan. This is Ultimate Fantastic Four number 21, the first appearance of the Marvel Zombies, or first cameo appearance or something like that. Don't quite remember off the top of my head. I don't think I've even opened this since it came out, or since I bought it. Yeah, this is issue number 1. Like, issue 1, where they first appear, man. One of the greatest things of my life that I've ever read. Genuinely the best. And then at the very end, you just see them. So good, man. Because I know they had something called Marvel Zombies Dead Days, which basically put together every miscellaneous issue that the Marvel Zombies appeared in, which is cool. Issue 42 of that. This is a reprint of Brian Michael Bendis' all-new Spider-Man number 1, which I thought this was just a cool cover. Ultimate Thor number 1. Ultimate X-Men number 1 by Nick Spencer. I believe this is Nick Spencer, but not the same as the other one, the other two. And then Uncanny X-Men, or not Uncanny X-Men, Uncanny Avengers, one of my favorite things. Was so excited when they announced this series by Dugan. I thought it was going to be like an ongoing series. It was only 5 issues, which really sucked because I really enjoyed this. But there's issue 1, 2, 3, which love that Deadpool cover. Number 4, and yes, Cap does have a metal arm because it got broken, and it's basically, just there to, kind of heal itself. And Captain Krakoa, who, in this issue we find out is Stevel, aka Evil Captain America. Uncanny Spider-Man, another fun series I really enjoyed. And they just actually announced a Marvel Legend of that, which I did have a pre-order for. And that's coming in soon. Issue 2, like, these are just so cool cover-wise, too. And then it also kind of does go into a little bit of Nightcrawler's past as well. Issue number 4, where he teams up with Spider-Man. And issue number 5. Cool. Doom Patrol, which this series took so goddamn long to come out, man. And fully honest, I don't even remember what happens in it. I know it has first appearance of like a couple minuscule characters, but nothing I can really remember off the top of my head. And I mostly picked it up just because, I was really in love with the Doom Patrol cartoon at the time. And this is the Variants number 1. Basically just a Jessica Jones book, which I didn't know was just purely about Jessica Jones. But, if I ever get to meet Kristen Ritter, definitely something I would like to have her sign. And then this is something very, very cool. This is a very high-grade copy, or at least to me it looks very high-grade, Venom Lethal Protector #1, aka Venom's first solo series. Got #1 right there. Got that from my local comic shop. There's issue #2, which I think I bought this one myself, like just randomly out in the wild. I don't remember where exactly though. Issue #3, which issue #3 definitely not the best. I know when I bought it, it was kind of warped like right down here, but I kind of fixed it. Like it's still kind of a little janky, but you know, yeah, I can always get a new one at some point. And then Venom Lethal Protector. Never read this. Cool cover though. So since I never read it, I'm just gonna get rid of it. Donny Cates Venom, I believe. And this is a variant edition for Virus, which I believe Virus was basically Scorpion in like an Iron Man mech, which was pretty cool. And this is a variant cover that I got for like $3, which way more expensive than $3. This one though, this was a cool one. This was the end of Donny Cates' run, and I got I don't like the web variant of this book, which is very cool. And then the newer Venom series came out after this with Dylan Brock as Venom. Picked up issue #1 to that. Took me forever to get any farther than that. And then, issue #2, which this came from a Walmart bag, I remember. So. And then the last 2 issues of The Walking Dead, issue #192, which this is a variant edition, and I did buy this from a comic shop. And then issue #193. Really, really good ending to a story, man. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. War for Earth 3, issue 1 and 2. I'm a big fan of Earth 3, but I don't really remember anything that happened in this series, if I'm honest. I genuinely can't think of anything. War of Undead Gods. This is kind of a NWA parody cover, which DC's one of my favorite things too. What is this? War of Undead Gods. All right. And then the Wastelander books, man. Like, my goodness. There's the Black Widow one, which not Natasha, but her sister. Doom, which I like this one quite a bit. Star-Lord. And Wolverine, which all of those were kind of like one-off issues, which so good, man. A couple Spider-Man books from Web of Spider-Man. Issue number first 2099 actually. Issue number 90 of Web of Spider-Man, and then issue number 70, which is the first Spider-Hulk. Which I don't know why this was such a cheap book, because it looks immaculate to me, but I don't know if there's like something wrong with it. What If number 19, I remember finding this. Yeah, it was only like, I talked the lady down to $5 for it, which I mean, for early, What If, why not? And then issue number 11, sorry, McFarlane cover. I never really read what the yellow part said. I just was like, oh, cool, what if I don't have? Basically, it's like, what if they all got the same powers at the same time? What if Captain America had formed the Avengers? This is a very, very low-grade copy of this book, but very, very cool story. We have Namor, Captain America, who got unfrozen because the Red Skull took his place after World War II, and basically kind of made, everything kind of go shitty. That's Frank Castle in that suit. That is Sam Wilson, Giant Man, and that is Logan, aka Wolverine. Like, and they did all end up dying, but it saved the world, and everything kind of went pretty well after that. The Avengers, they gave their lives to set men free. Yep. Thor. Yeah, Thor, Punisher, Giant Man, Falcon, Captain America, Wendigo, Wolverine, Punisher, Iron Man, man. Like, such a good story, man. Like, one of my favorites, too. And it does go along with a different one that came out. And I think I bought this one off of eBay. I can't remember, though. What If number 9, Volume 2, I believe. And then this one, which I really, really enjoyed quite a bit. What if the Avengers lost Galactic Storm? And basically just kind of goes through, you know, uh, the Avengers basically, losing Galactic Storm, losing hundreds of thousands of people, their entire planet, and only having like a small amount of like original Avengers left. Like, I know Hawkeye basically gave his life to protect Captain America because Captain America is like the number one person you save in any situation, man. God, such a good story, man. And it was a two-parter, so it was really, really good. What If number 102, a Daredevil book? The fight of his life has ended. What If Dark? Which, the What If Dark stuff, man, like, my goodness. My goodness. I really, really enjoyed the What If Dark series. What If Carnage? Basically, he goes back in time. That was kind of the weaker one. Killed someone important. What If Dracula? Basically, Dracula bit Blade, and Blade became like full vampire. What If Loki? Basically, Loki stole the, hammer of Thor. Such weird story, but I really enjoyed it quite a bit. What If Moon Knight? Basically, Moon Knight's girlfriend didn't die, and then she became not Khonshu, but what the fuck's his face? Ra, the sun god, I think. And then the What If Gwen story, which really good one. I did get a variant for that one because I really thought this was cool. It's still a beautiful cover, I will admit that. And then this one, this was also done by Stephanie Phillips. I didn't know that. Like, Stephanie Phillips has wrote so many of my favorite books, man. My God. Because I enjoyed this, Cosmic Ghostwriter. I did just recently read her issue number 1 of Phoenix. Really good. But yeah, now knowing that she did this, like, I mean, I am really excited for her Daredevil run because this was such a good story, man. And if I ever do get the chance to meet her, I was kind of debating on, what I would do if I ever got to meet her. This book right here, What If Venom? And then going into more What If stuff, this is kind of like early 2000s. What if Doctor Doom became the Thing? Really interesting one. What if Aunt May had been killed instead of Uncle Ben? A What If X-Men book. Oh, what if Magneto and Professor X formed the X-Men together? This one, I remember enjoying this. What if Thunderbolt Ross became the Hulk? Yeah, basically ends with Bruce Banner blowing his goddamn brains out. That was an interesting one. Issue number 1 of What If Ghost Rider, and Robbie Reyes, so ecstatic when I found that one. Lots of miscellaneous stuff. It's almost 6. Oh, it's past 6 actually. And then this one was kind of like a series that a lot of people were not super happy with, especially after one issue. What If Miles became Captain America? This was a good series. What If he became Wolverine? I really liked this one. And I do find it kind of weird that they gave him 4 claws. Like, why not keep him with 3? Like, just 3 makes more sense because, 1, 2, 3 for the 3, like, thing in between the knuckles. A 4th one would kind of be, I don't know how that would work. The Hulk one, that one was pretty good. And then this one got so much shit from everybody, and I completely agree. What if Miles Morales became Thor? This one, god damn, that one was so bad. And then they all team up in issue number 5, which so stupid. And then this one was an amazing series. I do have issue number 1. I genuinely, I think it's at my mom's house because this series came out when I moved to college, and this is also done by Chip Zdarsky. I didn't know that, but Spider-Man, Spider Shadow, good story, man. And this is basically like, what if he kept the Venom symbiote? Number 4. And these covers too, man. Like, god damn. So good. I gotta shit. Wonder Girl, number 1. I know I kept this because I heard something about it, but I genuinely don't care anymore. And then issue 3 and 5, don't care. Because I'm not a huge fan of Wonder Woman, so I don't really care for anything Wonder Woman, really. Wonder Man, issue number 1. I think this was like for his first solo series, which this might be blowing up relatively soon, so that's kind of cool. And then this is X Deaths of Wolverine, issues 1 through 5. Yeah, 1 through 5 of X Deaths of Wolverine. And then they had another series going along with it at the same time, called X Lives of it. And that's what these are. And basically it's Wolverine just being sent back into the past, reliving memories and stuff like that. Randomly, X-Force number 18, which I never read X-Force before, so... Well, I shouldn't say never. I read maybe like 1 or 2 issues. And then one of my favorite things, X-Men Days of Future Past, Doomsday. This basically, takes place in the future. Same thing as Days of Future Past, it just kind of builds off more of it. I think in the first issue they kill Spider-Man because he gets beat to death. Really cool story. I do recommend you guys check this one out because, gosh. Colossus and Kitty did have kids, but they got eviscerated by a fucking Sentinel. Which, goddamn. That was very heartbreaking when I first saw it. And then basically, the last team of X-Men is Phoenix. I don't remember what her name is though, but the Phoenix that was on Excalibur, Magneto, Kitty Pryde being, the last one, Bishop. I don't know who that guy is though. I can't think of who that is. And then Laura Kinney X-23. Like, such an interesting series, man. Oh, in this issue, Colossus dies in this issue. Okay. Because it's been forever since I even looked at this series. But I remember enjoying it quite a bit and being excited for it. And this is one of the few X-Men titles I actually, picked up and read at the time. Random X-Men Curse of the Man-Thing. Never read this one either. Originally picked it up because I was like, oh, this seems kind of cool. Never read it. Don't think I will. So I'll just put that in there. X-Men Die by the Sword number 1. This is looks like it has something to do with Excalibur. Like, just a cool looking cover, in truth. So, and it's a number 1, so I mean, can't go wrong with that. This is the one I was kind of thinking of. X-Men Origins, X-Men Blue Origins. Kind of goes along with, the Nightcrawler series that was going on. X-Men number 10. Trial of Magneto, which I think I only got and I'm missing number 4 to this one. So I don't, Magneto, one of my favorite characters, but I don't remember any of these. And then these are just Marvel Zombie covers. Like I said, big Marvel Zombies fan. This is Daredevil number... Daredevil number 2 from the Ahmed series. Moon Knight. This is from Moon Knight, like, I want to say like 12, 13, something like that. 28. I was wrong. This was part of, the She-Hulk series at the time. Never read it. This is the Spider-Man one by Elena Casagrande. Beautiful. I'm not going to show all of them. Venom. Wolverine. I really like that Wolverine one quite a bit. Yeah, that's basically everything for that box. And that was technically the last box. But, I have one more right next to me. So might as well, just go through it. And, just put the Superman stuff in here. And technically I don't have work tomorrow, so I mean, I might as well just, kind of go through the one last short box I have, I guess. So. Anyway. Now this is a box of stuff I've, like, I think at least half of it is stuff I did read, and then the other half is, like, stuff that I just, picked up. Ooh. Yeah, and this is also kind of my art thing too, where I make my customs and, just paint miscellaneous stuff. Gods, issue number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe. Which I did want to read it. It's just more the fact I read the first issue and then, picked up issue number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 8, I mean, and then just never got to it. I know I do want to read it. Oh, I was right. Wait, that's issue number 6. What? How did I not grab issue number 6? Yeah, and this kind of basically introduces Marvel's version of John Constantine. I don't remember his name because I only read the first issue once. Absolute Zero and Absolute Power. Only 2 issues I picked up of this entire series. Never read it after that. Or haven't read it at all, actually. Gotham by Gaslight. I know I picked this up because I really wanted to read the series, and this was kind of like a, more available reprint. Same thing with this one, The Kryptonian Age, number 1. And I did actually just pick up the graphic to this series not too long ago. So, War of the Realms, number 1, 2, 3, 4, which technically I don't need these anymore since I have the graphic. And this is kind of more miscellaneous stuff. Spider-Punk Arms Race, issue number 3. Never read this one either. Number 4, Venom 24. Pick this one up. This is part of the Ewing run. 25, 26. Harley Quinn number 28, which I don't think I'm going to read Harley Quinn. And if I ever do want to read Harley Quinn, I'll just, pick it up later. Jonathan Hickman's Avengers number 1, which, another one I do want to read. I know I read this one, What If number 60, Wedding Album. Cyclops and Havoc, their early years, their darkest fears. This is a What If book. Boy Wonder, which I was told was great. I didn't care to get it. My, boss just told me to get it half the time, and I just never read it. Issue number 2 to that, with the Red Hood. Beyond Real. Yeah. Don't know what that is. There we go. Batman Joker Deadly Duo. Mark Silvestri. Yeah, this was a free comic book day one. I don't really care for it, if I'm honest. This is a reprint of the second appearance of Moon Knight. Kind of want to read that at some point. issue number 1 of DC Rebirth Nightwing, which this then leads into the Tom King run. There is Kneel Before Zod number 2. Never read any further than that. Wolverine Madripoor Knights number 1, which, curious about that. Spider-Man Unforgiven number 1. I don't really care to read that. Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 5. This is the last issue of the series, and I have not read it. I remember enjoying it quite a lot, though. Betsy Braddock Captain Britain number 1. Just thought this was kind of interesting. Avengers Beyond number 2. Heralds of Apocalypse number 1. Don't think I'm gonna read that. Another free comic book day thing. Batman Beyond number 1, which I remember picking that up and being like, oh, I love Batman Beyond so much. This one I mostly picked up for the cover. Like, that was just too beautiful of a cover to just pass. This is Batman Spawn. Reprint of the Doom Patrol. This one I actually am, keeping. Reprint of the Flash number 123. First time they bring the multiverse in anything. Spectacular Spider-Men number 2, which I really enjoyed the first one and then just stopped reading. Like, I do that so much. Poison Ivy number 18. I don't know why I kept this pregnant lady cover. The Ultimates number 13. I think I got this from my friend Optima Awesome, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to him. Oh, hell yeah, guys, look. Amazing Spider-Man number 1. This is the reprint. I got this from like a comic thing at Walmart, I know. This one I picked up because, this reprints issue 1 of the Hulk, Avengers, Fantastic Four, and Iron Man, I believe. Never read that either. Dan Slott, Bagley, Delato, Superior Spider-Man, number 4, which, this wasn't my favorite series, but I started reading in. I do like the Dark Knights of Steel. It's just more the fact that it just took too long and I just stopped caring. Issue number 2 of The Ghost Spider. I don't remember. I think I picked this up specifically for the cover because I thought the cover was gorgeous. Reprint of New Mutants number 98. What If Thor 107. Gotham War Scorched Earth number 1. Also from a blind box. This one I only had issue number 1 for like over a decade, and finally found issue number 2. Deadpool Cable split second. Another Avengers book. This is issue number 24 of Hickman's run, and this is kind of the one that deals with the incursions. Pretty badass. Issue number 2 of Captain Carter. I know I have issue number 1 somewhere. One of my favorite series, like, ever, and that's Superman Batman. This is issue number 1. Here's issue 15. 24, which gender swapped. And then Fist of Moon Knight 0, 1. Oh, wait. Fist of Moon Knight number 0. And then it goes to Phases of Moon Knight. There's issue 1, 2. Then it skips to Vengeance of Moon Knight number 1. Variant cover, which is shiny. And Moon Knight, one of my favorites. I stopped reading the series, don't know why. Vengeance of Moon Knight number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it goes to Moon Knight Annual, or Infinity Watch. And then it goes to Fist of Khonshu, which I think is the current, or was one of the current runs, which I don't know why that's in front of that. And then this is the one I think that's the most current. From what it looks like, I read up to issue number 3 and then stopped. And then this is my friend Gabe Perez. He does covers of books. So yeah. He did this cover for Alicia Carter Robot, #1. He also did this for Cosmotrope #1. And mine's a remark with me because Deadpool's one of my favorites. And then these two people right there are my comic shop bosses, which very badass. Another one of Gabe's art pieces. This is for King Deadpool. This is the blank cover, but I mean, it was a blank cover, but I mean, he sketched on it, and my god, man, this is gorgeous. So gorgeous. I don't know how I didn't realize that both hands were cut off until just now. I'm definitely gonna keep that one. This is the, gosh, I think this is the first time Jim Lee drew for Marvel, I think. I'm not an Alpha Flight fan, but, you know, I thought this was just a really, you know, cool little thing. This one I was super excited about. Issue number 5 of the Omega Men. The first name drop of Lobo. Yeah, so that one's probably going to blow up after, you know, he gets introduced into Supergirl. Spider-Boy number 14. And a lot of random stuff in here. A second issue of Superboy number 9, first full King Shark. Which, King Shark, like I said, one of my favorites. So, had to get more than one of that. Ultimate Fantastic Four number 4. Again, gotta represent my Ultimates. Ultimate 6 number... What is that? Number 6. Ultimate Marvel Team Up. Spider-Man, Punisher, Daredevil. Number 7. Ultimate Doom, number 4. This is like a minor key. I don't remember what it was. Issue number 7 of the Ultimates. Issue number 3 of Ultimate X-Men. Oh, my nose is itching. Yeah, Ultimate Enemy number 1. I think this is the first time Reed Richards comes back, and then Ultimate Doom or something. I don't remember. Ultimate Enemy number 2. The Ultimates number 8. I think this is kind of when we find out that, you know, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are doing things. Issue number 9. Ultimate Fallout number 1. I remember I picked this up when I was in Sturgis, South Dakota. Ultimate Spider-Man number 33. Number 43. And then this is the final issue of this series. Issue number 160, The Death of Ultimate Spider-Man. Before we found out he didn't actually die, and he was faking it like a bitch. Issue number 12 of Ultimate X-Men. Uncanny X-Men number 324. First appearance of America Chavez in this book right here. Vengeance number 1 of 6. I remember I picked this up when I was in Omaha with my girlfriend at the time. The week after she broke up with me. So, you know, just something, you know, kind of fun fact, sad fact about that. Doesn't mean much to me anymore. So, issue 29 of Venom. Issue 30 of Venom. And, or, oh yeah, 2 issue 30s of Venom apparently. Issue 31, and I remember all 4 of those came in like their own singular bag and board. So the guy didn't say anything, so I just was like, oh, okay. Venomverse Reborn, number 3 and 4. Which first appearance of a couple cool characters. Black Panther Venom, and I want to say Spider-Man Venom. Not like Peter Parker Spider-Man, but, you know, a Venom that killed Spider-Man and blah, 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 blah. All New Venom #1. I just really like this cover when that came out. Venom War #1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Venom War Deadpool 1, 2, 3. Venom War Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, 4. Random Werewolf by Night issue, which, not a huge fan of, like, horror stuff, but I do like werewolves quite a bit. Werewolf by Night Red Band #1. #2, which this one, I vaguely remember this series, but I don't remember anything about it. What if the all-new, all-different X-Men had never existed? I haven't read this one, I know. What if Captain America led an army of super soldiers? Ooh, that would be scary. What if Ghost Rider and... I forgot to put these back up front. There we go. What if Doom became Sorcerer Supreme, which actually did happen and just ended? What if Civil War #1? I think I already have this book, so I'm just going to get rid of that one. What if Age of Ultron? This was a good series, or good book / series. What if Cannonball's little brother Josh and his pet Sentinel? Bit of a weird one. I mostly picked this one up just because it's for a very cool series that I really would like to finish at some point. What if the worst X-Men ever? Basically, he has the power to blow up one time, and then that's it. DC vs. Vampires World War V 1, 2, 3, and that's it. That was it. And then Green Arrow #17, Spider-Boy Infinity Watch #1, Spider-Boy 13, Batman 155, Marvel Zombies, Dawn of Decay #4, which I know I read all of that. #1 of Wolverine Punisher. Dark Claw #1. Good series, man. I love the Amalgam stuff, so of course I have to pick up Amalgam every time I see it, if it's something I don't have, which I think I'm getting closer to completing all of that. Pet Pool Party. That was like a one-off issue. Time Slide #1. Hell Hunters #1. Hellverine #1, which I remember this Hell Hunter story was very good. Hellverine, I kind of remember. TVA #1. Meant to read this more, just never, fully planned out the way I wanted it to. Yeah, but got rid of a decent amount in that box, actually. There's the top of the box. Set it back on top. A little twisty turn, and we're good. And we're... fuck. There we go. And, yeah. And I'm almost at a full short box. Again. So, pretty good. I know there's one more short box I have, which I'll probably end it after I go through that one last one, just because my back's starting to kill me. Oh, ow, that hurt. And this is my final short box of stuff that I'm willing to get rid of. Here, anyway. DC Rebirth #1, which I remember this brought Wally West back. I remember that one quite fondly. And then DC vs. Vampires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then DC vs. Vampires All Out War 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I love DC vs. Vampires. One variant cover, which I don't know what the variant cover looks like. I think it has something to do with Harley Quinn, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Gorgeous looking cover. Which, I don't know if this is like... Oh, this is an issue number 1 for DC vs. Vampires. Didn't know that. And it looks like it's a Virgin cover. Oh. Exclusive E-G-Cure Team variant cover? I did not know that. I never looked at this book, really, other than the front cover. I don't know if that's worth anything or anything. I mean, it just looks cool. Where did that go? Yeah, DC, one shot, DC versus Vampires, Hunters, another one shot, DC versus Vampires Killers, Night Terrors, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, which that's a terrifying cover, number 5, 6, and I think that's it. I didn't hate the Night Terror stuff, but, you know, it's just kind of, like, it's not super fun anymore. It wasn't that great when it came out, and, you know, the side stuff, like the Batman and Joker one, were pretty good. Like, especially the variant covers, man. My God. But, yeah, I think I can, you know, confidently say I don't care to, you know, ever read this again, and, you know, someone else might, you know, enjoy them. And I'll just pull out all of them just because. Yeah, so I had the Batman one. The Joker one, which these Joker covers, man, my God. Especially this one. That's horrifying. I think I only read the first one. Yeah, I only read the first one for Nightwing. And then the Superman one, which, you know, Superman, love the character. This was, I don't even remember what happened in it. That's how little I remember. And like you guys probably remember, I am going to be getting rid of all of my Doom Patrol stuff, which is only the one series. So there's issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, you know, there's 6, and then issue number 7, the last issue of this miniseries, which I don't even remember anything that happened in the series, other than, you know, them basically introducing that guy, and some guy with, like, a slug dying. This one was a really cool cover. I like this one. But, you know, not enough to keep anything. Earth 2. I love Earth 2 so much, man. Weird one issue of Earth 2, and then it cuts to, like, Miscellaneous Batman. Detective Comics 994. I've never read Detective Comics, and I don't really plan to. Issue number 1025, and then issue number 1056. Don't really care too much for that. Nightwing number 78, which I would like to get into Nightwing, so I did kind of collect a handful of books. Issue number 80. Is anyone messaging on that? You saw Monster Girl? Yeah. Yeah, she's not fully there yet. I just need to get some, like, hands that'll actually fit, along with feet that'll, you know, kind of work on these feet, like, because I'm using the Calabac Build-A-Figure to build her, which, I mean, legitimately, I thought he would have made a good conquest. But you know, after I saw we're getting a conquest, I was like, fuck it, why not turn it into Monster Girl? Granted, I did do that after I fully painted him white, which that was a bitch and a half to do, man. But yeah, I do have it mostly all right. Do need to kind of fix right there. Also, sorry for not noticing that sooner. I, kind of yeah, just didn't notice. That's it. Nightwing number 85. Like, I have a weird, like, amount of Nightwing. I know I read this one, Jurgen's run on Nightwing. Really enjoyed reading the small handful of issues from that. Nightwing 150, which I thought that was just a gorgeous looking cover. Excuse me. And then going to Titans, which I already showed the first couple issues. But here's issue number 3 with Wally, which I don't know why I was obsessed with these covers, but, I was like, God, these look pretty cool. There's 2, 3. The Raven and Beast Boy ones were definitely my 2 that really stood out the most. Raven, like, this looks like something she would actually wear. And then number 7, which Beast Boy just looks like he's a surfer dude. Oh, gosh. And if I ever do get to meet Greg Sipes, like, I want him to sign this, because this is something I feel like Greg Sipes would wear. And then issue number 8, and then Beast World, which I bought basically all the lenticular covers for. So issue number 1 with Beast Boy, issue number 2 with Black Adam turning into a lion, the Batman one, which, my God, that's terrifying, because Batman wolf. Like, it would have been, cool if he got turned into a bat, but that's just me. Robin turning into a cat. The Harley Quinn one was, like, the most hilarious thing I think I ever read. Or this cover was my most hilarious one, because Harley, big beefy buddy. And then Nightwing was a fox. That didn't make sense. And then, Justice League, Kill the Suicide Squad had a comic going with it. This is the variant cover to issue number 1. Didn't care too much for it, so I didn't pick it up. I'm a big Red Hood fan, so had to get that. And then this Sandman series, pretty decent. I know I finished it fully, but there was like 6 issues. But here's issue 1, variant cover. Issue 2, number 3. And then this one was a pretty cool one for issue number 4, and that was the Wesley Dodds Sandman book, which, very fun 6-issue run, I remember. And then, genuinely, one of the funniest series I read at the time, and that is Peacemaker Tries Hard. And these are all variant covers just because the variant, or not all of them, but anyway, here's issue number 1 to that series. What, is there something on my face? Issue number 2, 3, 4, which this series did bring back a character called the Red Bee, which wasn't really used after the Golden Age. 4, all those baby Deathstrokes. And then 6, which, God, I loved this series so much, man. Such a fun story. And then the Penguin series, like, there's issue number 0, and then I got the tattoo version for issue number 1. Gosh. Crisis, Final Crisis number 3. I have the graphic to this, but thought this was a gorgeous Supergirl cover. And who knows, I might meet the actress one day. Issue number 1 and 2 of Countdown Arena, which, fun little story. Basically, as you can see, there's Batman versus Batman versus Batman. Same thing with this, Green Lantern versus Green Lantern versus Green Lantern, which I love things like that. So, and then there's Batman Offworld 1 through 3, variant blank cover for number 1, number 2, and then number 3, just a gorgeous looking cover, man. Never finished this series. I remember enjoying it quite immensely, though. And then as mentioned, I am a big Red Hood fan. So I'm going to show you guys at least my volume 1 of Red Hood and the Outlaws. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then I do have issue number 1 of the Rebirth run. And then what issue is this? Okay. And then issue number 52, which is a variant cover, which love this cover. Which reminds me, I actually do have Red Hood stuff that I bought at that dollar show in this box. Oh, shoot. Yep. And it looks like I did accidentally buy a duplicate issue at the show, but I mean, whatever. I didn't really pay much for it anyway, so not a big deal. Which one of these looks better? The one I bought at the show, actually. So that goes there, and then that one can go right there. So, fixed. And I know I read everything up until 7, so I can now read 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I know they did have quite a bit of that series, but it's not an expensive series to collect. So, I mean, definitely fun series, though. Red Lantern's number 16, which I think my friend Optima Awesome gave this to me. I'm not a huge... I've never read anything Red Lantern related, so I mean, I'm probably not going to read that. And then the Penguin series, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which I got into a bad habit of only buying variant covers, which for DC books, they're more expensive by like $1. So, number 2. Number 3, which I love this issue 3 cover. Number 4. Number 5. And 6. Which... Red Hood, Red Hood, Red Hood. And then... there we go. A miscellaneous issue of Metalman number 1. Which, very fun issue number 1. I remember reading it and, enjoying it quite fondly. So, but probably never going to collect anything Metalman related, so. Lobo number 1, and this is a very good copy. So, very happy about that. Sorry, that was an Asian beetle. I hate those goddamn things. I have so many of them in my room and they piss me off. Let me just kind of adjust this because I keep sitting on my feet. I have a bad habit of sitting on my feet. Green Arrow number 9. Suicide Squad Dream Team number 1 of 4. I know I have that whole little mini run. And then Batman Gargoyle of Gotham number 1 and 2. This series took so long to goddamn finish, and I stopped reading after issue number... issue number 7 of the Penguin, which I'm going to try to keep everything next to each other just because not so sure how I ended up, not doing that to begin with. Kind of like this. Here's issue number 5, or This is issue number 5. This is issue number 6 of Sandman. Like I said, very fun, story. I do recommend you guys check it out. There we go. Suicide Squad Dream Team number 2. Like I said, like nothing is like really together in here. And then I mean, like the Green Arrow number 9. That doesn't make sense why it's just in the middle. Another one of my favorites, Earth 2 issue number 1. Really love Earth 2 quite a bit from the New 52. Such a good series. Issue number 8 of the Penguin. Another, I guess you can call this a negative space cover because I'm not so sure actually. But very good series. I do recommend reading the Penguin. Green Arrow number 10. Hellblazer number 3. Which I don't know how the Hellblazer stuff got this jumbled up, man. Like, my god. Titans, number 9, which that was at the beginning of this. 7, 8, 9. There we go. Deep Target, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, missing quite a bit of this. Basically, Green Arrow and Aquaman switch places, which I was interested in reading it when it first came out, but now I'm just kind of about it. Yeah, and then issue number 8 and 10. But yeah. And you know what? Just because I've already taken up about 2 hours and 15 minutes of your guys' time, I think I will let you guys go. So thank you guys to everyone that stopped by, said hello and everything. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, not too much else to say other than, thank you guys for watching. And yeah. And yes, I did pick my nose mostly because I had an itch in it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Greatly appreciated. And I will catch you. Yeah, thank you, Pokemaster. I didn't even know you were here. So thank you for stopping by. I don't know how long you were here. But yeah, shout out to you. Sour too, because, he's been here for on and off again for quite a while. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I will catch you probably sometime either after Thanksgiving or before Thanksgiving. Because I do have some time tomorrow, like later in the afternoon, but I have to leave at like 3 o'clock so I can, go to Thanksgiving for Thursday because I'm driving like 2 hours. So yeah. But anyway, rambling. Sorry about that. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you later. Peace.